Hello guys, welcome back to Wise Warrior Academy. This is our third episode in the series of the basics for boxing. Thanks for joining. My name is Coach Oleg. And today we're going to continue with our series of the rest of the basic punches. Depending on what coach you're following, some coaches create different numbering systems for their punches. For us, we're going to maintain the very basic, number 1 through number 6. In the previous videos, we covered basic stance and 1 and 2, straight punches, jabs and crosses. So today we're going to add hooks and uppercuts. That's going to be our number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. As a reminder, depending on which stance you utilize, orthodox or a lefty stance. 1 is a jab, 2 is a cross, 3 is a lead hook, 4 is a back hook, 5 is a lead uppercut, and 6 is a back uppercut. So all the odd numbers are going to be your lead hand, all the even numbers is going to be your back hand, regardless of what stance you practice. Okay. I'm going to start with a neutral stance. My feet are slightly wider than my shoulders, knees are slightly bent. I'm square against my opponent, my elbows in position, my hands in position. 3 and 4. So lead hook and backhand. With 1s and 2s, all the power is straight towards your opponent. So from back to straight, driving your opponent backwards. With hooks, the power is going to shoot sideways, so to speak. So 3, 4, or 3, 4, depending on what stance you practice. I'm going to go with my lefty stance. So my 3, my lead hand, is going to be my right hand first. Watch what I do with my body. This is a complex move. I'm going to turn my hips, and I'm going to turn the body with that hook. My shoulder is actually fixed and placed. I'm not punching with my shoulder. That's not to say you couldn't. Sometimes we do a quick slap hooks, whatever. Like I say, with all the other punches, there's 50 shades to every hook, 50 shades to every jab, etc. You get the idea. Today is just very basic, nice, trim, professional style hook, up close and personal. So once again, my shoulder is fixed and I'm driving with my body and my hips. Visualize driving your hand wrist deep, forearm deep through your opponent's chin. We call that follow through. Hop and hop. So once again in combination, 3 and 4 for a lefty. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. I'm going to turn at an angle. Note what I do with my shoulder. I bring my shoulder relatively high, just like I do behind the jab and behind the cross. Why? I'm protecting that vulnerable side from eating a counter punch. Once again, when I throw a hook, my chin is protected on my lead side right now with my shoulder. Of course, my backhand is in position. My elbow is tight to protect the floating ribs, in this case, my spleen, my solar plexus, the diaphragm. My hand is fixed on the hard part of the skull, either my cheekbone or crown of my head. I'm not keeping my hand here. I'm not defending here. Not on my neck, not on my chin. It's on the skull, in the hard part of your skull, either cheekbone or the crown of the head. In fact, that's how I'm going to be bracing for my punches. All right, once again, from righty stance. For a righty, your lead hand is going to be your left. That's a 3, and that's a 4. Before I move to uppercuts, let me show you the stance itself. Orthodox first. My right hand, my right foot go back, roughly towards my opponent. Hands in position. So my lead hand is number 3. So from here to here. And number 4 is my backhand. Once again, behind the shoulder with a good rotation in your hips. That's where the power is going to come from. A 3 and a 4. And then, of course, we can add all the 50 shades to all of our hooks, which we might talk in the future. For example, in this one, I'm going to load up and unload. Load up, unload. I can add a little side step, combining a little sleep motion with my hook. So as you can see, there's quite a variety. From a lefty stance, my 3 is going to be my right hand. That's my lead hook, 3 and 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Uppercuts. Back to my square stance, hands in position. I'm going to go from a lefty standpoint. 5 is going to be my lead uppercut. Now all the power, instead of shooting forward or shooting sideways, it's going to shoot from a 6 to 12 position, from bottom to the top. Remember the game, Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Imagine connecting with an uppercut to somebody's chin, lifting your opponent's chin up, perhaps setting yourself up for a beautiful combination. Pick them up, put them down, as my coach used to say. Pick them up with an uppercut, put them down with a hook. Beautiful combination. So from a lefty stance, my 5, my lead uppercut is my right hand. Watch what I do with my hips though. Exact same thing what I did with my hooks. I'm going to load up, I'm going to twist, turn my body, turn my hips. That's where the power is going to come from. Watch what happens with my shoulder. I'm going to turn at an angle once again. My shoulder helps me protect the chin. My back hand is in a good place, hard part of my skull, to protect against counters. So that's a 5, that's a 6. Once again, 5, 6, 5, 6. With a righty or orthodox stance, your 5 is going to be your left hand. So 5, 6. Now let me get into an orthodox stance. Left shoulder forward, left foot forward. 5, 6. 6 to 12. 5, 6. Please note, a proper uppercut is 6 to 12 position. If you're throwing at a 45-degree angle, that's a slightly different punch. That's a blend between a hook and an uppercut, what my coach used to call an upka hook. And in fact, I throw quite a few of them, and I teach it to my guys and gals. It's a powerful punch, a blend between the two, if you will. From a lefty stance, 5 and 6, once again, lead 5, 6. 5 and 6. And just for demonstration purposes, let's run through 1 through 6, all the basic punches. I'm going to do it from a lefty stance because I'm a lefty. So I'm going to lead with my right hand first. A 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's from a square stance facing your opponent. Of course, you can break down and turn into your natural stance. I'm going to do it from a righty stance, orthodox stance. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more. More is going to come, for sure.